I'm not gonna finish that sentence because I don't want a lawsuit. Let's get in there before Hollywood happens. Like, get Fiona Apple up there. Her ass will sing for like what 20 minutes just standing there with the guitar. That's all we need. I really hope that's not like a slur of any kind because I just said that with my whole chest. Aaron Taylor Johnson is probably the most attractive man I've ever seen in my entire life. My best friend has started a rumor that I have a wide gaping hole, which I do not. By the way, I'm literally a virgin. Don't listen to any rumor that she starts about that because it's not fucking true. Ari, if you're watching this, it's not fucking true. So stop. Hello, everyone. Today has been a busy day. Last night I filmed my first ever reaction. I reacted to Mariah Carey's "Here for It All" album. I think it's her 16th studio album. That was really fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. It's doing pretty good with views so far, which is really exciting. So I obviously and definitely want to do more album reactions. So I've been yapping it up about Terminator, right? Doing my first movie reaction. I filmed it. I filmed it. It's in my phone. An hour and almost 2 hours of me yapping and watching Terminator. That's why I'm in bed right now because I was doing like what I always do when I watch a movie. I lay in bed. So I wanted to keep it real, but I'm gonna be honest. Think I kind of overshot myself with that because with the music reaction, it's easier. It was easier, because I can have the audio play, and it's just my computer is so janky. I literally have the jankiest computer. My old sponsor actually gave it to me. Like right when I was getting out of sober living and going back home. So he got a new one because this one was so janky. I'm so grateful for it. Like that's how I was able to do my music reaction last night. Was I played the album on the laptop and you could faintly hear it, and then I just reacted to it. But doing a movie reaction is a whole other breed, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm supposed to do that. It's filmed, my reaction, everything. I just have to figure out how to edit and all that stuff. So it's definitely not coming out by today because I don't know how to do. Like I thought I had an idea, and then I realized that it's actually a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. But it's still gonna get done. I love movies. Movie reactions are definitely gonna be a big thing on this channel. Just like music reaction. I was thinking for my next album reaction, I'm gonna do either Kesha's new album because I've only listened to that one once. And that was when it first came out, like last summer. And then FKA Twigs' Usexual album, because she did a part two, like I think it's called like Afterglow or something. So I guess I could do like a back to back on both of those. You know what? That would be fun. And do a double post. But yeah, so that's the plan. And then after I do whichever one I do next, whichever album I react to, I'll just start writing down names and drop them in a little bowl and just start pulling names. And obviously, once I get to the point where people can recommend me music to listen to, I would love that. I would love that. Little rant last night. I worked last night from 4 to. We closed at 9, so I was supposed to leave at 9, but I ended up leaving at fucking 10 because the stupid ass fucking coworker I have didn't do the fucking dishes. And at first I was like, because he was closing down the line and I was closing down the front. And I was like, I made sure to ask my shift lead. I was like, was I supposed to like do the dishes? Because if so, then I'm not going to feel some type of way. But then she was like, no, it's like either or, like whoever can get to it. And then that's when I got pissed off. So I didn't leave my manager there to do the fucking dishes. So I stayed there with her, and I was literally there till like 9:40 or something last night. Livid, fucking livid. God, I can't wait to start dropping fucking names. That guy is such a fucking bum. But other than that, work was alright. Nothing too crazy. It's just that part really sucked for me. Listen, I don't mind doing dishes. Yes, I do the cooking. Yes, I do the cleaning. But I just it just it just didn't sit right with me. You know what I mean? So I do have a list. I was working on it. I was writing down random shit at work and uh last night too. So first thing I have on my list, Tennessee. Some of these bitches can't even spell Tennessee. This guy came through the drive-thru last night and he said his name was Tennessee, and automatically I knew he was gonna be hot. And then he pulled up to the window, and sure enough, the hottest guy I've ever seen in my entire life. The hottest motherfucker I've ever seen in my entire life. And yeah. And then that was the start of my list. That's all I have to say about that. I hope you're doing well. He's the love of my life. I miss you. Um, then one of my this is spoilers for Stranger Things. Little side note about that. Have I tried to get into Stranger Things? Yes. Have I tried multiple times? Yes. I made it to season 3 and then I didn't like season 3, and I remember like moderately liking season 2, and then season 4 I was like stoned the entire time. Like I think I only saw I only faintly remember the finale. Um or the I don't know if it was the finale, but you know, like running up that hill, running up that building. And then, you know, obviously they're putting out the final whatever of Stranger Things. And again, spoilers, but 11 dies. I mean, I guess. I mean, I only have a small understanding what happened. Apparently, she like sacrificed herself to something. I don't understand it at all, but I'm just like, what? And that little queer boy is like sitting everyone down, like, I'm gay. And I know that's controversial. I know a lot of people are talking about that. Oh, another thing. Ever since I've started doing this, like 4 days ago, I have not been on regular YouTube at all. At all. Because all my time is like filming, editing, and then posting my own videos. So I need to incorporate myself back into regular YouTube life, because that's how you get inspired. You know, stay up to date. Um, on here at work yesterday, they were playing a somber song, so I wrote down on my little notepad the somber situation. Um, I don't know why I wrote that, because I really don't care. I mean, he's one of those artists that's here and then gone. You know what I mean? But I do enjoy his music. Like I don't listen to a lot of male artists ever. So when I heard his music, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. I enjoyed it, and then he made me feel geriatric when he went on his little rant about a 25-year-old person being at one of his concerts, and she was like annoyed by it or something. But yeah, a little boring. Miley's Something Beautiful album. I need to you know what? I need to make sure I react to that soon. Only heard it once. I did not like it. I was also listening to it at like 5 a.m. at my old job when I was like unloading boxes, so didn't get my full attention. That's what's fun about the reactions, like reading the lyrics and everything, like going like, you know, I say very in depth, but you're going like a little bit in depth, if you know what I mean. My next thing is my friend Nikki called me last night, and she was giving me some tea about her life. Nikki, shout out. Um, and she told me that she appreciates my like pertaining to like my channel now, my vulnerability, and I just thought that was very nice. You know, yesterday I told my mom that I had started my YouTube channel and how many uploads I had, and she didn't even really ask. She didn't even ask what the channel was, which is fine, you know, because I mentioned in like episode 2 that I was like a little bit cautious of, a little bit wary of her hearing some of the things I was saying, because I'm talking about like wide gaping holes. But also I'm like, why didn't you ask? I don't know. Anyways, so she told me that she really appreciated my vulnerability, and it genuinely meant a lot to me. And now me and her are getting married. We have the lavender marriage. That's how the conversation ended last night between us. Me and her we're gonna get married. Me and my friend Ari, that was our original plan, but then she she married a loser. So shout out Ari, but she is Latina now, so I mean she did get something out of it. Um, Pertaining to Nikki, it's my bitch. That's my girl. That's my wife. Well, I'm in a lavender marriage now. Just kidding. Um, I really felt like I wrote so much more on that fucking list than what I did. Also, Ari, I'm sorry for calling your husband a loser. He's not a loser. He's uh, your husband. He's not a loser though, until he is. So he better keep acting right. You know, let's talk about that. The hottest people I know date the stupidest, most insecure men. Notice I said date, not married, Ari. I'm not talking about you. But stupidest men, and they're always faintly ugly. You know what I mean? Like they always have like a little like, you know. I don't know why I'm going on about that. I just thought about that. It just pisses me off. You know, I genuinely can't put it into words. I put on my TV like a little SpongeBob video game playthrough. It's like 10 hours, and I've been faintly hearing SpongeBob music, and I feel like I'm going fucking crazy. But anyways, Terminator video was filmed. Will it be posted? Yes. When? When I figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Um, but definitely look out for more music reactions. I want to film one today because I want to keep that momentum going, but that is just because I was up till 5 a.m. like getting that video out there, and then I woke up. I'm off today. I woke up at 10 a.m. So I'm a little tired, and I have to work tomorrow at 10 a.m. So that means at 10:30. So that means I'll have to wake up at 9 to give myself an hour to get ready, and then 30 minutes to get there. So I need to get to bed at a good time. So once I get this video filmed, this little blurb, and then do my vinyl section, it'll take me maybe like 20 minutes to edit the vinyl section and then get this shit posted. Maybe add my little intro again that I've been doing, the Gotham Night Lights presents. I'm thinking we're probably gonna have to start addressing like pop culture stuff. Unfortunately, but I mean I could yap about whatever for a long time, but even though this is my fourth episode, I can feel myself repeating and reiterating things, you know? And I want to keep things fun, keep things fresh, you know? But also keep things comfortable. You know, this is not the channel where you come at, with all your fucking opinions, like Cardi versus Nicki, stupid shit like that. It's like, um, this is just a comfortable, chill channel where we can all express our thoughts and opinions lovingly. Like I had some nice people comment on my Mariah Carey reaction album, just giving me solid feedback, you know. Um, and I'm grateful for that because that's how I'm gonna grow and like progress, you know. So like I'm really grateful for that, and that's what's gonna help me become better at this and being on this platform. And yeah, and a lot of that goes to y'all. I just ask that you keep it nice and sweet and clean and soaped up and not dirty and scary and nasty and horror movie-esque. That'd be very nice. I would appreciate that. I want this channel to be comfortable, loving, fun, laughing, good time, taking things seriously but not to the heart. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I'm sure eventually maybe somewhat soon we're gonna have to start doing pop culture stuff, but I don't know. That's just not my vibe. Like, I'm not someone who's like, oh my god, Blake Lively, whoever, Baldoni, whatever his first name was. Like, it's interesting, but it's not, like, I don't want it to be a career, you know. I hate focusing on celebrities. I really do. I mean, music has been such a huge part of my life since I was a kid, so to me, the artists that I grew up with are obviously important to me, but I don't give a fuck about their personal relationships. I don't give a fuck about if they're having kids or getting married, you know what I mean? I care about the lyrics, I care about the storytelling, I care about the album, the production, the theme, the era, the everything. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. And I could not care less about fucking Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet having relationship issues. Like, that's like a circle in hell for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I do not care. But as long as we don't marinate on it, marinate in it, and you just, bring it up, have a little discussion, and then move on. There's always some new shit going on, so it's not like we're gonna run out of anything to talk about, any subjects. But yeah, I don't know. Today was a good day. I feel really productive, even though I've literally laid in bed, watched a movie. I've basically been in bed all day, so but I feel like I've made some progress, mapping some stuff out for the future of this channel. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm thinking either Kesha, FK Twigs, and now, after seeing her name on the list, Miley for the next reaction. And then after that, we'll start doing like randomization. Because those are albums I've been wanting to listen to again. I just haven't gotten around to it. And then now that I'm doing this, I'm like, well, might as well do it, make it content, Yeah. I will say, I mean, obviously my video's not like blowing up or anything, but 30 views is a lot to me. And that's how many views I've gotten so far. My Mariah Carey reaction, and I'm just scared of the fans. No, I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not. Manifest that for myself. No, I'm not. What is there to be scared of? We all have opinions. I didn't watch someone reacting to the Torture Poets department and be like, oh, fuck them. They don't understand music. They don't get this. They don't get that because they didn't enjoy it. I just went about my day. And I said, well, I'm glad that I got something from it. I'm glad I enjoyed the album and I wasn't in the shoes of someone who didn't enjoy it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be nasty. But nobody's been nasty to me yet, so it's the little things, But anyways, yeah. Tomorrow I work till 3, but I do need to call this other job prospect that I have and verify the interview that I have for the day after tomorrow. I'm just whatever. I'm just so desperate to get out of the job I'm at now that I'm just like, at this point, bug it. So, and then I'm gonna do a music reaction tomorrow. Yeah. Because I get home like at 3, not 10 p.m. So yeah, maybe I'll do 2. Maybe I'll do, Miley and Kesha. And then the next day, I can do both of the FK Twigs albums, the Eusexua and then the Afterglow. It's a good plan, actually. I'm not forgetting about my Terminator reaction. That shit's taking up storage in my motherfucking phone. Like, I'm not forgetting about that. Like, it's sitting there and it's waving at me right now. But I just have to figure out what I want to do. I mean, I'm not against posting like, like content that's like, I'm not against in the beginning for sure. Like obviously I'm going to make mistakes and fuck things up and like that's fine. Like I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to learn, but I just the thing about the whole movie thing is just I have no idea how to go about it with literally just my phone. Like I'm only working with my phone right now, so um but yeah. Um Before I go, we'll just have a little chat about sobriety. We love sobriety on this channel, don't we? Let's see, sobriety. What do y'all think? Should I start reading like the daily reflection for people that don't know what that is? It's like a book, and every day it has a little passage or something. It's just very heavily incorporated with AA, so a lot of it is like motivational, yeah, but it's also like you have to give yourself over to the program, which I was never the biggest fan of, but I mean, it's what, January 4th, so I think that we could maybe make that a thing. I don't know, let me know. Or let me think about it, I guess. But we could do that. I was thinking, what was I thinking? I don't know. Sundays were my favorite days for the longest time because liquor stores are closed on Sundays. And I know that you can get liquor, or not liquor, but like alcohol from other places on Sundays. But for me, like there's a liquor store literally like 5 feet from my apartment complex. So it's like not only is that one of the hardest battles I've ever fought. It's just like it's just like Sunday always felt like a fresh breath of air. Like just getting that like relief of like, well, even if I wanted it, I can't have it. You know what I mean? Um, so I appreciate Sundays for that. I'm not saying I'm like feeling any type of way like I want to drink or anything right now. I don't. Honestly, I just, you know, on my mind. Um, but just be sure to take care of yourselves out there, please. And whatever battle you're fighting, just know that there is a whole army of people alongside you fighting the same battle. Whether you seek them out or not, that's up to you. It's not. I mean, does it make things easier? Yes, but is it like a fail safe to win? No. There's no winning at this. Like I said in my very first, in the pilot episode, um, it's all, it's all just consistent. Like you can't ever stop trying, because one little slip up and you're just down the drain again for what, another 5 years until you finally come back to your senses. If you come back to your senses, it's important to keep everything oiled. It's important to keep everything running. You, there's people in positions that can't afford to make even little mistakes. So to be on guard like that so often, because I'm one of those people, honestly, and it can be very exhausting. But once you find a way to protect your peace and you find your safe place, like this is my safe place, my room. My room is my favorite place in the world. Um, Once you find your safe place, then you know what you can handle, and you are able to control more aspects of things rather than going out with some rando or doing whatever, making plans with a coworker you barely know, and then ending up doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? At least at home, my bed will be warm. If you're fortunate enough, you know, put a movie on, YouTube video on, listen to some music, you know. But like I said, if you're fortunate enough, if you're not fortunate enough, I know that makes things harder. I definitely recognize that because I was in that position too. Not having a safe space, but also being in the peak of my addiction. So, or what I hope is what it was the peak of my addiction. You know, like I said, I'm only 26, so I'm sure that there's still some room for mistakes, but I get scared saying that because I don't want to ever use that as an excuse. One thing about me, I'll eat an excuse. I'll use it, you know, unfortunately. But I like to keep it real. I understand people manifesting by saying this is gonna happen, this isn't gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and I do practice that like in other aspects of my life. Like I'm gonna make this channel happen. I'm gonna make something of it. You know what I mean? But when it comes to my sobriety, it's just such a touchy subject for me that I'm like just already like getting myself prepared and like, well, if you do make mistakes, it's not the end of the world, you know. Whereas there's people out there that are like, I'm not gonna fuck up again. I'm not gonna make another mistake. Which both are admirable in their own way. It's just whatever is, whatever works for you. Just don't give yourself room to make excuses, because that's when it's game over. Um, Alcoholics are the quote unquote biggest victims in the world. Throw themselves the biggest pity parties. I guess I could say addicts as a whole, because the world is so evil and we can't control what is going on with us. As long as you're putting in the work and you're actively trying, like, you're allowed to fuck up. But you have to be trying. And you have to recognize that this can't be your life. And, yeah. You just have to stay strong and stay blessed. All of us are blessed. I love all of you so much. And this is episode 4. Let me do my thumbnail. Yeah, that's that for this video. Well, I mean, if stay tuned for the vinyl section. If you don't want to see that, then obviously you don't have to see that. But I appreciate you making it this far, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, maybe think about leaving a like. That'd be very kind. I came up with like an outro in my head before I went, became comatose like this morning, like early this morning. But I can't remember what it was. But I thought I was so genius for it. But yeah, I love you guys. Stay strong. It's not the end of the world. We're blessed, and we should remember that. I love you. And the vinyl section portion is coming up in 3, 2, 1. Hello. So we are getting towards the end of my collection. I say I probably have 2 more videos left of this. I do have some ideas for like what I want to do with the others, like at the end of my other episodes, so stay tuned for that. But our first record is Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. I mean, what a classic. Amy, that was the first tattoo I ever wanted, was her name on me somewhere, which I know is a little weird, but I was like 18, 19, so sue me. But let's see, how do you even choose? I mean, obviously Rehab, Back to Black, Love is a Losing Game, Tears Dry on Their Own, Wake Up Alone, Someone Only War, He Can Only Hold Her, I'm no, literally all, featuring Ghostface Killah. Is that a vinyl exclusive for the I'm No Good? Anyway, Standard Black, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black, gorgeous album, definitely a classic. Fiona Apple, Vegetable Cutters, one of my favorite records. What I don't enjoy about this one is that it's like two, it's not even a gatefold, it's just two shoved into one sleeve. This is one of my favorite albums ever at my ripe age of 26. Let's see, I Want You to Love Me is up there. Vegetable Cutters, Under the Table, and then Drum Set is a notable mention. Yeah, I love Fiona Apple. I love this album by Fiona Apple. This, I can confidently say, will be one of my favorite albums throughout my entire life. My top 5 for sure. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I remember when this came out, I literally, me and one of my, this is Anti by Rihanna. I walked an hour with one of my fellow schoolmates who lived in the same complex as me to a Target, and I bought the CD, and it came with like the poster of like the cover. And if you could feel this, it has like a very nice like matte feel to it. Like it feels wonderful in the hands, and like the braille is like actually like braille, if that makes sense. Like you can touch it literally. I know there's like a poem or something in the braille. I don't read braille yet, but this was the Target one, and I can't explain the excitement that I felt because I always wanted this record, but it was only pressed once. And then they did a pressing she did a bunch of repressings, and for some reason this was at Target. And I loved it, and I had it on display for a very, 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 very long time. But yeah, Anti by Rihanna, off the top of my head, I could say that Higher is my favorite for sure. Even though it's a bonus track, I love Goodnight Gotham. Gotham Nightlights, shout out. Needed Me. I know people really love Love on the Brain. I love it too, but it's not a top for me on the album. Kiss It Better, like, this is just literally classic. Like, if she never made music, I mean, obviously we would want her to make music again, but she never did, and this was like, because this is her magnum opus in my eyes. So like, if she never did, I really feel like this was like an amazing way to like end your career, you know what I mean, or music career, because this is just, God, it's sick, it's insane. My next record I have is Chemtrails Over the Country Club by Lana Del Rey. I also have the picture disc up on my wall right there. You know, the singles for this album I did not love. Like Let Me Love You Like a Woman. I did love White Dress. That was a single. And I think, wasn't the other one the title track, Chemtrails Over the Country Club? I guess I just really didn't enjoy Let Me Love You Like a Woman. Because my ex would play it a lot and was acting like he was really relating to it. So I was like, what? But, you know, mask tease, COVID. But anyways, you know, this album grew on me. At first, my favorite was so basic. It was Dark But Just a Game. But it's turned into, let's see, Not All Who Wander Are Lost, Yosemite. I love For Free. I think that's a beautiful song. Wild at Heart. Like, this is what I mean when I say that I am appreciating Lana's newer work so much. Like, obviously I recognize she paved the way with her earlier work with Born to Die, Ultraviolence, even, well, I wouldn't really say Honeymoon. That wasn't really, I like Honeymoon, don't get me wrong. It wasn't very niche, a niche Lana album, if that even exists. But yeah, and this is like this really gorgeous, I'll show you the gatefold first. Yeah, this was the cover for the Target one. They had a Target exclusive, and it was this. And then there was also one with, it was like she was like with a red car on it. There's a red car, and obviously the pressing for that one was red. My ex had all of them, so it's you know, a little jealous about that. But this one is my favorite because, I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous, and I feel like it just fits the aesthetic so well. But yeah, Chemtrails Over the Country Club by Lana Del Rey. Like I stated earlier, my favorite Lana album is definitely Blue Banisters. Followed closely behind. Did you know that there's a tunnel on the Ocean Boulevard? So I have 2 Ariana positions, and both different variants, obviously. I never got the deluxe. I want the deluxe. I'll be honest though, I haven't really listened to the deluxe tracks a lot. They're good, but I think this is the one that glows in the dark. This was the Target one. I remember everyone was so mad because apparently it was playing like shit. I think mine played fine. The night I got this, I also simultaneously got fucked up because they didn't look how gorgeous. They didn't press the vinyl because it was during COVID, so they didn't press the vinyl until like almost like what 5-6 months after it came out, and then a year after it came out, or a little bit over a year, this is when the deluxe version finally dropped. They finally pressed the deluxe version. I think this is like what is this one? Oh, this is the Walmart one. That's what this one is. It's really pretty glassy blue. Look, your teeth. But look, gorge, right? And okay, you have to keep in mind, I keep bringing him up, but I had feelings for my ex that I've never had for anybody else in my life. So I think we need to recognize that before we start judging. And I made a lot of mistakes that I'm still actively forgiving myself for. So with that comes a lot of processing. It's processing a lot all at once, you know. And when we first started talking, was like seriously talking, was when this album was coming out. And yeah, I just remember he was going to like Six Flags for like a Halloween thing, and my cat's like fucking with my records, for a Halloween thing, and because this came out the night before Halloween, and we were just like up, and I was texting him about it, and yeah. But this was definitely her most like, you know, this is like her lover album basically. My favorites, POV for sure. I love Positions. I know that's basic. Nasty is good. My Hair is great. I love 630. Hot Take. I love that song. And Just Like Magic is great. You know, there's a lot more hits on this than I remember. This was good. And I enjoyed all the music videos that she had for the era. I think what the music videos were for Positions, 34, 35, and then that's it. She did like this random thing for POV. Like everyone wanted a POV video, and then she ended up doing like something with like gay men. So, you know, or the queers. I mean, who doesn't love this album? Seriously. The night this came out, I literally had a bonfire. Like me and my coworker that I was living with at the time, we had a bonfire, and I got so fucked up. And then it's like I didn't even remember what the album sounded like. So when I woke up the next day, I got to listen to it, and it was like it was for the first time again. I think this is just Clear. I think this is the Target. Yeah. Oh shit, that was upside down. That could have been really bad. Yeah, Clear. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I think that fits the aesthetic very, 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 very well. I love this record. I think it has a beautiful cover. I think it's spectacular to display, and I don't think it came with like an insert or anything. I hope not, because that just was so hard. Yeah. Okay, let's see. My number one. She put out a snippet for the song "Needy," the second track on this album. I don't know if I need to mention it. It's literally "Thank You Next" Ariana Grande, 2019. But she put out "Needy," like a snippet of "Needy," and I listened to that snippet every day, not even fucking exaggerating, for like a year. And it is such a beautiful song. I love "Needy." Oh my god, "Needy" is amazing. And then it gets basic. "Thank You Next" and "Seven Rings." But it's so cohesive, and it deserved that Grammy. Hot Take. it deserved that fucking Grammy. It deserved something that night. This is not so much an album. This is literally poetry. Lana Del Rey. There was a really gorgeous blue pressing. Oh, really gorgeous blue pressing that I had wanted, but I ended up just getting the standard black. There is a sport cruiser. I can recite that poem by heart. You know, it's definitely for people that, I'm not a poetry guy. Poetry confuses the fuck out of me, but read by Lana Del Rey, you can get it as an audiobook. Like, you know, you only have so many excuses until you're like, well, fuck, maybe there is some poetry out there that I can enjoy. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. I have very sad memories with this, but also beautiful, because sad can be beautiful. Looking at this, I'm like, wow, I should listen to this again. I love it. I would recommend it. LMAO. LA, Who Am I to Love You? Sport cruiser, like I said, and yeah, iconic to me. This album I've already gone over on this channel, but I just, you know, like I said, I have like every variant that was ever released for this fucking album, so gorgeous. Midnights by Taylor Swift. This album has a rap, I know that, but I love this album. I love, like I said before, I love how, I just love the vibe, the aesthetic, like this darkish, this, you know, light bulb almost going out, baggy clothes, childish demeanor. Like I love, this is my favorite, not my favorite album, but my favorite era, if that makes sense. Like aesthetic, everything. Like to me, it was great. What is this? Oh, that's gorgeous. But look at this. What is the variant? Oh, I think this is the Target lavender purple, if I'm not mistaken. Because there's also the moonstone blue, I think is what it's called, for the standard cover. But just in case you forgot, I did say my favorites were Midnight Rain, Question, and Bejeweled. Love Midnights. Oh, my everything, Ariana Grande. Fun story with this. It was literally my birthday. This was like 2020. It was my birthday, and Walmart was doing like this record day thing. And you know, this was before she started doing like different variants and new represses. So I found out a very sought after pressing of this album, and I got it honestly on accident. Like I saw that it was on the website, and I was like, you know, I don't have that album. And then I literally sat there for a minute, and I was like, should I get it? And I was like, oh, I don't know. But then like after like 5 minutes, like, okay, I'll get it. People were losing their mind over the fact that this was even stocked on the website. And I don't know how I literally snaked my way in there without even trying and like getting it, because when I try, I very rarely get things, but this just like was perfect. I've never spun this record because I don't know, it feels so sacred. I know that's a really weird word to use for a record, but look, it's like this. Okay, that cut off because my phone storage space is literally so fucked right now. But I have to be somewhat quick. Gorgeous purple violet. Anyways, yeah, I'm so lucky that I got this variant. Let me just say real quick that I never was that bitch who had issues with storage space, but all of a sudden, now that I'm doing this, okay, my favorites. Why Try, Break Free is a classic, come on. Just a little bit of your heart, and My Everything. I know I said only 3, but I mean, come on, this is like a classic. Mariah Carey, Emotion, Standard Black, great album, beautiful album, love this album. Some of my favorite ballads by her on this album. If It's Over, I love that song. Emotions, and You Don't Remember. I would say that is my top 3. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous girl. I don't think that there's anything on the insert. Oh no, there is. So I haven't seen that picture in so long. For some reason, I remember like this was, because I played this record a lot specifically, so this sleeve would always be out. But I haven't seen it in like years. My very first record I ever bought, FK Twigs, LP1, Standard Black. A little bit kind of funny story with this. I quite literally bought this at a record store. I was buying this guy that I was talking to. His name is Roel. He was in college. I bought him a 1975 record because he was really into 1975. Shocker. And then I saw this. Like, okay, I'm buying this because I want to display this. And this was the only record I owned for like 2 or 3 years. And it came with a little insert with literally just the album cover. It's like that big, and it's sitting in my bathroom mirror. One day I'll do a bathroom tour. My favorites on this would be 2 Weeks for sure. My old friend got me hooked on that fucking song. Video Girl and Pendulum. Those would be my favorite. Anyways, yeah, I have good memories with this record. I just think it's hilarious, like how we came about it. Like it was like kind of embarrassing that I was doing all that. And then that guy ended up just being like, I told him like my real feelings, and then he just ended up ghosting me. And then I gave him like a bracelet or something, and then he ended up messaging me back like, he messaged me like a few years later and was like, I'm in Hawaii or some shit, and I want to give this bracelet, and I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to give this guy this bracelet, I just want to make sure that was okay with you. And I was like, yeah. And then so I guess he gave the guy the bracelet, and then he was like messaging me on Instagram not too long ago. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like acting like I was like a little interested, but I was also doing some really weird stuff this summer, so shocker. So I was just like, I guess kind of into it, but like for like a day. And then so he like still he was messaging me like every other like day, and now he doesn't. But I just think it's funny. I mean, I think that men suck. Gay, straight, bi, they, them, non-gender, whatever the fuck. But yeah, this is wonderful. This is a great album. I wish I had more of her records, more of her album on vinyl. Anyways, that's that for that vinyl video. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna film a reaction to Miley Cyrus, Something Beautiful, and Kesha's newest album. I think it's like a period. And then I'll get those both posted, and then I will do a reaction to FK Twigs, speaking of Eusexua album. It's like a double parter, I think. I think the second part, I mean, obviously it has to play into the first one, but I'm hoping that the second album is like a little bit low-key, but if it's not, you can only have so much in life, you know what I mean? Anyways, I love you all so much. Like I said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, maybe just consider liking. I am so blessed. I appreciate your time that you gave me. And yeah, soon, maybe the next 2 videos, next 2 episodes, we will be out of vinyls to go through, and then we will be doing something new. And like I said, I have an idea, and I will let you know what that idea is when the time comes. When the what was that song? Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. And sorry about the whole Terminator video thing. I just need to literally figure out how to hack into the system, but I'm gonna do it, and I need to do it because it's taking up a lot of space on my phone. So anyways, love you guys.